Hey guys, Insomnia here with some more AFK Arena. Tonight we are back with the MAULER team, ready for our campaign push, ready for our summons. First we'll go ahead and we'll look at our team. We have 5 heroes that are at Ascended at this point. We are trying to get more copies of Khasos. As you can see here, we have Sophia, we have Skriath, we have Warwick, we have Nemitsu, and we have Khasos. Really on the fence about if I'm going to build Tidus or if I'm going to build Skriath, which one we're going to go for next. I think it's kind of dependent on the amount of copies that we get. So we'll get into the summons like we always do. Elite, here we get a copy of Angelo. Not really much use, but short of the faction towers, we have gotten a ton of rare stones, as you can see from the event, the Heroes of Espria event that is going on right now. A ton of blue stones we've been pulling out of there. So we'll go ahead and we'll ascend whoever we can here. And it just looks like some more rare fodder. Another copy of Angelo there, which is good because that'll give us another Elite Plus. Checking out our wish list. We have Skriath, we have Tidus, which again, we're not quite sure. Sophia, we're trying to get to 5 stars. Khasos, we still need copies. Verk, our primary DPS, still need more copies of to add stars to him. And I do like the setup. As you can see, I did add Saurus in there for the Wilder heroes. If you've seen, he's absolutely crazy when it comes to the guild boss, so make sure you pop him in the Wilder. Even at lower levels, he does a ton of damage on the guild bosses. So let's go ahead and get into our summons. We always start with our companion points first. Hopefully we can pull some maulers here and just some rare cards, but that's okay. Always doing well as we accumulate more and more rare cards. We got 21 scrolls, got 21,000 diamonds in return, and our first elite right there is a copy of Sophia. Very nice. She is the first hero that I believe we're going to get to 5 stars. She's at 4 right now, so we just need one more and we can get her to 5 stars, which that copy might have brought her to 5 stars. Actually, I'm not sure, but we'll go ahead and check that in just a minute. Hoping for a couple more elites here, which another one right there. It is a copy of Iran. Very nice. Definitely one of the most powerful Wilders, especially when it comes to the faction tower. Super, super powerful with her combined with Sophia. Makes a very, very tough team to defeat. So continuing, we've got 10,000 more gems. We do have 1 card on the table there. And I believe that will give us Sophia, which is very, very nice. So we can go ahead and we can drop her out of the list. That puts her to 5 stars, signature item plus 30. So she is maxed out as of now. Very, very excited for that. So let's go ahead and drop her out of our wish list so we can adjust that. At this point, I'm kind of on the fence with who I'm going to put in. I know Scrag, maybe Warwick. I'm thinking Scrag at this point. I believe he's only at 1 star, so we do have quite a few copies, but we can get him from the store, and that's kind of the difference between Scrag and Khasos. We can both get them from the store, so over time we'll get more copies of them. And here we go, another elite right off the bat who is Khasos. Very, very nice. That copy should be enough to get him to Ascended. So we can actually finish him off as well, which will be absolutely phenomenal for this team. That'll give us our 6th Ascended hero and another elite, which is a copy of Leica. Leica goes really, really well with Iran. And let's go ahead and do our Stargazer. We're still looking for Taylene. All of 4 of the faction accounts are looking for Taylene. So we'll continue the summons. Last time we pulled a copy because it was our first one. This one, we did get a mythic Hypogen and quite a bit of hero experience there, which is good. Gold can always use. Let's go ahead and check the barracks, see if we do have enough for a stone here. I think we might just be a little bit short. Nope, we got enough. So we'll go ahead, we'll get a stone. Maybe another Mauler here, which is a good chance. All right, we'll take a copy of Gwyneth definitely for the Lightbearer team. And there is Khasos. So we have another copy of him. Look at that, a bunch more. Another copy of the Spider Queen. So we do have Nemitsu, which we have a spare copy of him. And we do have enough for Khasos. We have double Elite Plus copies, which is good. So we will take the Spider Queen with our fodder heroes, which, nope, we don't. I thought we might have had fodder down there already, but we don't. So we'll go ahead and we will use our fodder cards here. Go ahead and move her to Legendary, and then we'll go ahead and we'll take her to Legendary Plus. which will be what we need for Khasos. So this will take him to Mythic Plus, and our double copies will take him to Ascended, making our 6th Ascended Maulers. I think within the next couple months, we're going to be out of Maulers, just for the fact that now we have so much fodder that's going to be going to essentially just waiting for other heroes. Nimitsu will go ahead and add the star, just in case we need him in the campaign, just in case we do need him. We'll go ahead and we'll get him to 5 stars. Even if we just use him for fusion in the future, we'll have his 5-star copy sitting there. So essentially looking at Tidus and looking at Skriath. One of the two I'm going to build depending on the copies. Brutus, we're just holding tight with to see exactly what we can get out of there. So that'll conclude it there for the Mauler team. We'll go ahead and we'll collect our loot here. Going to be short just of another summons. Let's look at the heroes themselves though. So of course the Mauler team, we have strengthened some signature items. Let's look at the gear first. So we have Skriath here, and I've been going through any of the gear that is faction specific. We've gotten a couple T1 stones. I've been leveling up to 4 or 5 stars because essentially we're going to use faction scrolls eventually, or we'll use the gear on other heroes at this point. Any of the gear that is built up, which we can, I think we have another T1 stone. So adding a ton of stats to our gear. And like I said, with the faction change scrolls, over time we'll get the gear either naturally getting different Mauler gear that we can go ahead and enchant, or we're going to go ahead and we will change the faction of the gear that we get. So Sophia plus 30, look at that. 5 stars completely maxed out. Just need 2 pieces, 2 scroll changes there to get her completely out. Skriath SI 20, which is where we have him at 2 stars already. So Verk is at 28. We're getting him to 29 right here. One more. So as we pull 200 chests, 200 red chests from this event, we will be able to get his signature item max out at plus 30, doing our second plus 30 on this account, which is absolutely phenomenal. And all of his gear is T1 gear, which is awesome. Nimitsu, we're still holding off on because we decided to go with Khasos. Maybe he'll get a rework in the future. Warwick is staying at plus 20 right now. Not sure who we're going to go for the plus 20 or greater at this point when we get these 200 chests out of this event. But we'll go ahead and level him up to 240 because I want my tanks to live. If you look, it adds a ton of health, a ton of defense, as well as attack rating, and it unlocks his 221 ability. So within the next 2 weeks, 2 or 3 weeks, we're going to have our entire team to 240, unlocking the Resonating Crystal, which is going to be super, super powerful because then everyone will have all their skills 100% unlocked. So Khasos, we're continuing to build his signature item, which I believe we'll be able to add 2 levels to it here, which will take it to plus 19. So signature items on our 6 primary heroes are getting pretty high. I did start leveling up the signature items of off heroes. That way we can continue to push the faction tower like we have been. But there it is, 6 fully ascended Mauler heroes, which is super, super awesome. Because now we have the ability to actually swap Nimitsu and Khasos out as we're going through the campaign stages to see who is more effective, who we're finding more utility out of. Nimitsu doesn't do very much healing, even though he is the only support class. And the other thing with this is I would have to take the Elder Tree and go with support to have Nimitsu actually build up, where in the Warrior Tree I have Khasos and I have Warwick together. So it's kind of a difficult scenario there to who we're going to build. But overall, 23-37, so we are primed and ready for our campaign push. Hopefully we can get through 23 at this point and push right into chapter 24. All right, so as we begin our journey here, 23-37, I'm hoping that Skriath and Warwick can stay alive a little bit longer. And here we're going to put in Khasos. Let's see how well he does. Which one AoE hit there, second one he goes down. Which Sophia's stun is so powerful. And Verk does a ton of damage as you've seen there. Very, very easy. Let's check out the damage there. So overall, Sophia, almost 2 million. Verk, almost 4 million damage. And he doesn't even have a signature item at plus 30 yet. So plus 30 Verk. And this is the reason specifically building the Mauler team or building the faction teams in general, is seeing heroes that we have never seen before. Prior to the faction accounts, Sophia I never really used, Verk I never really used. Most of the Mauler team we never used, but now seeing how powerful Verk, for instance, is, and team is just getting absolutely decimated on 23-38. And I've noticed that since they've done the rework, the buff, the whatever you want to call it to Astrilda, she just absolutely destroys my team. And even between all the faction teams, even on the pay-to-win account, Astrilda just destroys my teams, which is absolutely crazy. But we'll go ahead and we'll swap up our team here, try to get Khasos in the top, try to get him to live a little bit. And there he went to like 10% hit points, and he is down again. Same with Sophia. We might be stuck at this point if we don't get lucky. And a couple videos ago, we got rid of, or a couple weeks ago actually, we got rid of the 3 loses and you're out. We want to make at least a little bit progression. I know once we're getting further in the campaign, it gets a lot more difficult to make progression. So we see a lot more defeats, a lot less victories, but we are definitely getting there. So let me try Khasos in the bottom. And even looking at the life leech, it seems like there's a lot of interrupts and a lot of stuns. Khasos went down in one single hit from Savius, was all that it took, and just absolutely destroyed him. Which Sophia stayed up, and we got the win there. Very, very nice. So that pushes us to 23-39. Arden, very tough to deal with because this team, as you see, we have no CC. So when it comes to roots, when it comes to a lot of specific heroes like Arden, we lack the CC to actually take him out, whether it be like a Nara or a Pharrell or a Falks. So they're even 4.37 million damage from Sophia at that point. First boss stage, 23-40. Same here is Almus's roots, Tassie's banish. Nothing we can actually do to both of them. And if you look, Sophia's right in the bottom. She gets off one attack. That was one single scatterbolt there. So there's one attack, then she goes sleep. That is the power right there of Tassie. So a banish into a sleep into a banish is kind of the rotation. So even there, she's banished. She got up her Spectral Disruption in the back, didn't even get an attack. There's one Scatterbolt and one normal attack, and she is back to banish. But hopefully Verk's backing her up. As you can see there, Verk almost got away out of Morella's little thing, which Warwick, could he get it done today? Maybe it's going to be close, but he doesn't have any teddy bears. He's all clear. He would have been, his life leech and regen would have been way up there. But again, right with the banish, right off the bat. And this is where this team is just getting absolutely annihilated. Between roots and banish, the lack of CC for the Maulers, lack of support, lack of CC are the two real things that Maulers are, they just get destroyed. If you're just running a Mauler team, as you can see there, between the banish and again the CC, just absolutely destroyed in the campaign. So we might not have too much of a push today just because we are getting destroyed. Even though Verk is putting out a lot of damage, as long as we got Morella down, we got Angelo down. So it looks like we'll have this one, which we do. Let's go ahead and check the damage because we are 2/3 of the way. It's 5.74 million damage from Verk. Absolutely crazy. So that brings us to 23-41. So we're over 2/3 of the way done with 23. And like I was saying, it seems like it's so tough to get through any of the campaign stages, especially with Leica. Leica's the same. Leica's doing a ton more damage, especially on my Wilder team. Verk is just destroying them there. Goalless with a lucky knockback, but Verk was just tearing them up. And hopefully if we can get, see, look at the dodge on Leica. I think Warwick might have hit her once. The amount of dodge, he just, we'll try Scrag in the bottom, hopefully just push him right back, get a stun. That's what I'm hoping, but he went the other way because of the Mitsu totems. But it looks like we might get this one down as long as we can get Goalless down, which Sophia took him down. Very nice. All right, 23-42. And again, Arden. So we have Arden for CC. We have Tassie for CC. So essentially, Sophia is not going to do anything at this point. And we have Lucia's shield to deal with. Again, the lack of CC in this team, it's just, with the Maulers, it is straight life leech, straight distraction, straight brute force to get through the campaign chapters. Wilders, there's a lot of finesse. With the Lightbearer team, there's very little strategy because they're so well built in the unity between them. I'm hoping Warwick can throw Arden around at least to maybe stun him for a minute. And there's the throw, which we got Arden down, which is a big point. And it looks like we might have this one. It's going to be close. Oh, come on, Verk. He's bleeding, though. He's got his potion. Oh, he runs away, invisibility. No, he's going to shield again. Oh, Lucius took him out. Oh, that was so close. So close to getting it down. When we're that close, I know at least the team comp is correct. So if we can get Arden down a little bit quicker or get a little less CC, which there again, Warwick at 240 just got absolutely decimated. Destroyed our team again. All right, we'll try Khasos in the middle. And this is where I like him because of the throwing axe ability. But if you've seen right there, gets interrupted so much. Even though a signature item is getting there, I feel like it gets interrupted so much with his throwing axes. Which another defeat. It is getting so difficult to get through these campaign stages. All right, let's try Nemitsu for a little bit. Maybe the distraction of the totems will help a little bit, especially because he's in the spectral field in the back. So bringing a little bit of healing. But unlike other healers, is as you can see, he drops his totem right there, which was perfect for Warwick. They have to be in the radius of the totem or they don't work, essentially. Which is where, as a healer, kind of downgrades him a little bit, because if you have a team like this where Skriath and Warwick will body slam or will charge, so actually going straight outside the totems, as you've seen Skriath is doing right there, they don't get effect. They don't get the effect of the heal because they're out of the totem range, similar to the potions with Rowan. So once they're out of that range, it doesn't really have an effect anymore. If we could get some good stuns there, which it looks like on the top we're doing pretty well, we might be able to get this one down. Got a good stun on Tassie there. And hopefully, well, we got a banish, but still got her. Look at that. That's some of the changes they did with Sophia, is when she gets CC'd, if she's powering up her ult, because it takes a couple seconds to power up her ult, if she gets banished, if she gets CC, the ult actually goes off where it was at. As you've seen, as soon as she got banished, the ult went off. Very good stage there. So that brings us to our next boss stage, 23-44. And again, dealing with Arden. Very, very tough. But I want to put everyone back together with Skriath on the bottom. That way we can try to push through Cirrus, get to the back to actually have Sophia kill Ira or kill Arden is the ideal here. And Nemitsu does do a buff on Sophia, which makes her normal attack faster. As you can see right there, she burned through them real quick in the back row. And her ult, we got it down. Another boss stage done. Let's look at the damage on this one. 7.4 million damage, 2.2 from Verk. Still doing a ton of damage. I cannot wait until Verk's signature item is plus 30 to absolutely just destroy the campaign. The other thing about Nemitsu, as you've seen right there, his totems die very, very easy. I know if a signature item was plus 20, it's a little bit higher, but still, they die very, very easy. It seems like one hit Even one hit can take out multiple depending on the hero. Khasos throws his throwing axes, boom, both totems and Nemitsu go down right there with the enemy Khasos throwing it down. So he burned down both totems, hit both tanks, and killed Nemitsu with the throwing axe ability, which is absolutely crazy. Which is what I would love to see my Khasos do. And there again, Nemitsu goes to like 2% hit points. Astrilda, she just flies right through with the charge and takes him out. We got Khasos down, but again, the Brutus shield. That's why I've considered building Brutus. Is the immunity shield is very, very tough to deal with, especially a team like this. Again, lacking CC, lacking a counter for a lot of things. I was hoping in the top that Sophia could go ahead and maybe CC Brutus early or even pop the shield a little bit earlier. And Nemitsu is just absolutely getting destroyed with the throwing axes. If I hit a stage like this where I'm not even remotely getting close, let's swap in our own Khasos here. Which again, throwing axes just killed him the very first time. Between that and the charge, that is a bad combination if you don't have any CC at this point. Let's try him up the front though, or up top with Khasos. Even there, Warwick got destroyed and Khasos got destroyed. Maybe if we drop him maybe to the bottom, we'll try him again at the top. And even there, yeah, I mean, we're just getting completely destroyed on this stage. So this might be the stopping point, just because we're not even living past a couple seconds here. And that will do it. Yep. All right, so that'll do it for progression tonight. 23-45 didn't push much into the campaign, but we did get our 6th Ascended hero. Let me know in the comments what you guys think, if I should build Tidus, if I should build Skriath. Let me know if you're using the heroes and how powerful they are. And as always, thank you guys for watching.